Good evening, clubs, leagues. Welcome back after last night. I genuinely don't think we can top that. The bar has been set. So what we did is go and get you an extra game tonight. Don't say we never don't do nothing for you. We're kicking off earlier than usual. It's Foregone and FENIX. They rearranged it for 8 o'clock. We ain't missing that. We log on early. We scoff that dinner down and we do this. Moving swiftly on, of course, tonight is all about swiftness. Call me Taylor. It's Solstice taking on PHAROHS. That's Div 1, our first look at that second tier. Welcome in, Jenny. And, of course, Hayden. Then we've got JDR taking on NIGHT KLUBIK. NIGHT KLUBIK, massive statement to make. They need to turn it around. No Joker or Varmy tonight as well, so good luck with that one. Set Pace, the return of Set Pace. We finally have them, boys and girls. Taking on League Newbies, who did very well last night. 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. MENDEKSY from Poland with a couple of ballers in there that we recognize. And just as well, because we've got them on the old double header tonight, because look at that main event of the evening. It's the main event of the week, to be honest. It's the last game before we break for the week. And it's the MENDEKSY double, and we've got the return of EXITO. Love that, love that. So there is your fixture list for tonight, an extra fixture for you all because we're so bloody nice. And a good chance to have a look at that second tier as well. That's game number 2, but for now, this game is going to do all the talking, really. Foregone, look at this. Foregone. They're in 11th because they've only played 7 games. 7 games, 7 wins, 16 goals scored, and 3 conceded. They're the real deal, boys and girls, and they have got EXITO and, of course, FENIX well within their sights. So it's gonna be a very, very interesting race, and it all starts here. Quite frankly, it all starts with this game, and a Madzino-inspired FENIX last night held. I would say held. They did hold EXITO. Having watched it back, I think they did. I think that in the grand scheme of things, I think FENIX would have been happier with the point. Put it that way. We'll leave it there. They welcome in Big Nova back in wide midfield tonight. No lawboards, which is absolutely criminal. We almost cancelled the whole stream, but we carried on for you guys. Absco leading the line for Foregone, who, like I said, looked very impressive yesterday. Monzaki. Still no team Monzaki, because that is absolutely criminal, sir. Absolutely criminal. Right. Garcia, it tells you in the video descriptions, mate. Thanks for tuning in, though. Right, this game should be kicking off relatively soon. Is Absco streaming yet? No, he's not. We've got Joe Boy on, though. So we can keep an eye out on things. But yeah, more of the same from FENIX. Solid at the back last night. Like I said, largely thanks to Madzino and the boys in front of him. No Mad Bad Harky, though, interestingly. McGee comes into CDM. I'm trying to think of the standout players from last night, right? For Foregone, Vida had a very good night. Jimmy looked dangerous. Absco is Absco. To be fair, 11 worldy performances. Sheep, unfortunately, we had to cancel the Frenzy game. They'll tell you all about it, but we'll get them in. We'll get them in next week for sure. We are all absolutely devastated. We were really looking forward to that. But next week and the week after and the week after, we promise you we'll make up for it. We do, though, get to go over to Div 1, which is very, very interesting because we've never seen any games, and we get that top team, that unbeaten side, Solstice. Few familiar faces, which is good. We'll point those out as and when. Taking on 6th place PHAROHS, only 2 losses, and if you have a look, 5 goals conceded. It's the best record in the league. Interesting. Just checking Discord because they are very late, which means Solstice are gonna also be quite late. Don't go into game 2 without us. We are running late as above. It was always going to happen when we shoehorned 5 games into the space of 4, wasn't it? But maybe not on the first game, on the first try. No worries, Garcia. No worries at all. Let's just keep an eye on that one because that has potential to slightly derail us. But moving on, the show must go on, of course. EXITO for the win. Is Corey Bellis in tonight? Is it Corey Wednesdays? That's the wrong game, so no, it's not. No Corey Bellis, no party. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it is. You've changed your name because you're playing in a different position, right? Okay, I got you. I got you. That front two, I did see our first and second top goal scorers. 20 for Yoran, 13 for Lewis FIFA. Not a bad little return, is it? And like I said, those EXITO boys currently sat top. 59 goals scored in 14 games. Oosh. Oosh. Only 8 conceded as well, which is arguably just as impressive. It's not more impressive, it's just as impressive. Is it worth jumping into... Joe Boy's stream and see what he's got to say about this? You are allowed 10 minutes. It's just unfortunate it falls on a day where we decided to go ham and try and get you an extra game. It's always the way. It's always the way. Alas, alas. One last look at the team because I'm sure Foregone will be just waiting around the corner. They are responding, so that's good. Are they responsive? Yes, they are. Now they're being told off by the CEO now, so that's it. That's it. To be fair, I reckon we haven't had this before until today, which in four game nights is not too bad actually. Up the Empire. What, like the Empire Strikes Back, or do I need to go looking for Empire now? Are they maybe... Empire Elite? I feel like we've maybe had everyone on now. X-Lines, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe like 2 or 3. Oma are down in 13th position, by the way. That's absolutely wild. But yeah, show me Elite. Show me Empire, sorry. Empire 13th in Div 1. Come on, guys. No draws, though. I like that. I like that. It's either wins or you just give away the dubs. Thank you, Frenzy. Honestly, mate. Honestly, it's... I don't want to overhype it or oversell it, but I would use the word devastating. I truly, truly would. Absolutely devastating. Next week, though, mate. Next week, 100%. 100%. We'll get you on a double header. We'll just do a whole stream, a dedication to. Abs goes up and running now. That was a quick turnaround. He is a consummate professional, even if he is 10 minutes late. They physically could not have waited 1 single second more without getting a default. Very professional. Very professional. Right then, boys and girls, a quick reminder is Foregone taking on FENIX, our friends at FENIX, our friends at Foregone as well. And Absco-inspired Foregone. 7 games, 7 wins. Let's see if they can continue that good run of form. FENIX, however, Like I said, I don't think they'll be upset by the result last night. I think both sides went out to not get beat. Both sides achieved that. But that's usually what you get when you get those top of the table clashes. This is as good as a top of the table clash, truth be told. Because FOREGONE, they didn't play in the whole of the first week. Had the first 2 match days off. So they're the chasers. Imagine the chase. We all love the chase, right? They are the chasers. The beast. Here is a beast. Iso. Good tackle from another beast. It is the gaffer, Joe Boy. Slide tackles the linesman out for a throw, and it goes. Nova. Good to see him back in now. He did just absolutely chop someone off the ball, which is very fortunate to get away. Would not recommend usually. But FENIX go on, and they look dangerous here as well with Connolly, the new centre midfielder, gives it to Benny. Liam on the overlap, cuts inside, gives it to Benny. What a block that is! It's still not dealt with, and Seyru sends it behind for a corner. I tell you what, that looked like a surefire goal. Welcome in, Tinster. Tinster I recognise from X. Back post, Joe Boy is there. We haven't seen a Joe Boy goal in quite some time. Would not say no to a big Joe Boy header. Someone's got... Oh, here we go. From the back. And West wins it high up. Gives it to Benny. He's dragged it wide. You don't see that very often. The form he's in. 3rd highest goal scorer in the league. Benny on 11 already. Drags it wide. It's gilt edge. And I have no idea what FOREGONE were doing there. No idea. But they won't want to do it again. Isco. Switch was only half on, and Liam's going to win that. In behind he goes. Vida with the save, and Nova puts it away. It's the centre midfielder, turn wide midfielder. The absolute goal machine from wide midfielder. Nova picks up his 3rd goal on stream, and FENIX get exactly what they deserve. But I tell you what, FOREGONE might as well get an assist for it, because they played a massive helping hand in that. And Absco and Co will not be happy with this opening 13 minutes, especially as they started quite quickly as well. All to do then, the boys in white. The Frenchman, Jimmy, with a flip-flap on the halfway line. Come on, come on. Burkan got a goal, or maybe 2, last night on stream. Looks like he's playing centre-back now. Absco, he is the danger man, of course he is. Frankel, one of Connolly's boys. He had a very good performance last night. 3v3 at the back. Benny, we know he's got a whip on him. The former winger. Vesp heads it down. Bents clears. Under the cosh slightly here are FOREGONE, and that will suit FENIX very, very nicely. Frankel to Liam. McGee gets in the way of that big switch. Pirouettes on the ball and then gives it straight to Vesp. Flash wins it back though. Good work from McGee. Here is C. Brennan. Hasn't had a lot to do in this game, and I'm sure that's the way he likes it. His team 1-0 up, and he's got the cigar out. Connolly. FENIX using all of this pitch very, very well. Isco wins it back for the side who are a goal down, and the side who keep giving that ball away in their defensive third. I mean, it comes with the territory. Of course, they are a side who like to play out from the back. You're going to give it away every now and then, but I tell you what, 25 minutes in, I think that might be the 3rd time. A hat-trick of. And if FOREGONE want to win this league, playing against sides like FENIX, you are not going to get many opportunities to not be burned, and they've been burned once already, and it might be burned here again. Bents clears. They're going to pick it back up in the form of McGee. 2C Brennan runs into that brick wall. Moray and Co do well in that midfield. For FOREGONE, just starting to get a bit more of a foothold in this game now, which is quite worrying for the Scotsman. Absco and Co doing well. Here is 80, gives it to the danger man Absco. Madzinho, his first involvement. Safe pair of hands, as you would expect. Anybody who watched that performance last night, I think it might be performance of the season. Benny, Seyru intercepts, sets 80 boy on his way. Ball over the top is a good one. Here is Flasher. And you won't want to watch that one back, really. There's a round of applause, but I think it might be slightly sarcastic. He will say it was a shot come cross. EXITO 2-0 up at halftime. Thank you, pitchside reporter Corey Bellis. Edges his Absco. We know he's got a rocket on him. Instead, tries to find the man. Nova, the goal scorer, back there on defensive duties, completes the clearance. And do you know what? I think if Phoenix go in at 1-0 up, I think they'll be slightly disheartened, which makes absolutely no sense if you'd said that to me before this game kicked off. But such is their dominance, and I think a lot of the time when FOREGONE have let them in, I don't think they've been as potent as Benny perhaps has been, as the likes of Lawbors and co have been in this opening couple of weeks. And Jimmy wins it high up, give him a taste of their own medicine, gets to the byline, Mutastic stabs it clear, good clearance. Morey picks up the loose ball back to Jimmy, but Dancing Dog picks it up. Absco though, loose ball into the mixer. Ishko and co go to the ground. 80 boy tidies up, but it's back at the feet of the wing wizard Jimmy. Liam is there. It's all hands on deck for Phoenix now. They know they're in a game. Big switches on. If C. Brennan can pull it out, he doesn't want to. Doesn't need to force it. Doesn't need to force it. I was just saying, Phoenix be slightly disappointed only going in 1-0 up at halftime. How different that could have been there. Isco and Nova on this near side is a very good battle, isn't it? Flasher to Burkant, to Absco. What a ball that is. 1-on-1. It's the danger man, Jimmy Mancino, once again with the save. Is there nothing this man can't do? He's going to need to be alert here, because I don't want to say that and then he concedes. There's only 3 shirts now for FOREGONE. Yeah, keep away from that man in this form. Mancino once again take a bow. And I said yesterday as a joke, Phoenix are stockpiling world-class goalkeepers. They've done it once again. And they're praying. They're praying to get to halftime now. Morey into the back post where the man had already stopped for halftime. That game definitely livened up in the last couple of minutes there, didn't it? We do go into the halftime team talk. Phoenix won, FOREGONE 0. Phoenix 1/2 away from stopping this juggernaut that is FOREGONE. 7 wins from their opening 7 games for those guys. FOREGONE, again, I think I said it in commentary. I think the worrying thing for Phoenix is that FOREGONE couldn't have played any worse, in my opinion, in that first 15-20 minutes. They let the opposition in. They didn't get much going forward. Since then, FOREGONE have showed us why they're FOREGONE. I get the impression they didn't have the best build-up to this game, FOREGONE. They were 10 minutes late, and then they didn't start the best. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. But they've dusted those cobwebs off. They've gotten back in the saddle. And they've got it all to do in this second half. Do not be surprised to see FOREGONE really, really go for this in the second half, because they've got the firepower to do it for sure. Have they got the defensive capabilities to keep this Phoenix side out? Let's find out. It's FOREGONE in the white, Phoenix in the all black. Second half. Game number 1 of 5 tonight, by the way. 5 games. Spoil you. We spoil you. Flasher into Morey. Good ball into Absco's feet. McGee is there. Superb work. That's what they need to do with Absco. Nova tries to ghost pass his man. Goes in behind to Vida, which I think would have been a pass back. Does keep it on, but at the expense of giving it away. Liam heads it down to Connolly from midfield. Vida makes the save and holds on to it. Connolly rolling back the years there. Now it's 3v3. Expect to see this a lot more often as FOREGONE start chucking the kitchen sink at it. But Phoenix, I mean, if you need the definition of a rugged side, it's Phoenix, isn't it? Very, very good defensively, and all their players look rugged as well in real life. So it's going to be a hard task for FOREGONE to break down this side. As you saw there, 3-on-3, no sweat for Phoenix. Only 30 more minutes to go. 35, sorry. Flasher, into the box he goes. Frankel clears. Nova takes it down. Finds M. West. Happy to run into that greenery. It's what he does. He loves running those channels. He also loves a goal or two. See Brennan to Conley at that massive chance. The knockdown from Liam was very good as well, by the way. But again, it came from slight kamikaze defending from FOREGONE. Frankel. What a signing that's been, by the way. Conley, his agent. He's done well there. Hope he's on a finder's fee. Now, here come the white shirts. Pouring forward. Moray. Superb. 60 yards over the top to Flasher. Cuts back. Joe Boy. I mean, and that turn from Nova, I mean, he got tackled at the end. We'll come back to it because Burkhan's on the edge. McGee digs his side out. And this time, Nova says to M. West, you run with it, son. And now, Benny leads the charge for the Scotsman. Edges to M. West, the two front men combining. Absco somehow manages to bullet its way through to his feet. Jimmy, who I don't want to play against him. That's the biggest compliment I could give to a pro clubs player. Moray, whose 60-yard ball over the top earlier, deserved better. Deserved something on the end of it. Burkhan keeps it alive for FOREGONE. Inside it goes to Flasher, helps it round the corner to Isco. Once again, it's a good press from FOREGONE. It's fallen at the feet of Isco. Good block. Joe Boy tidies up. I think it might have been Frankel or Mutastic with the original block because that was, I can't say surefire goal because Madino was in goal, but it was a surefire shot at goal. And it was blocked. Frankel clears. Burkhan heads down to Flasher. FOREGONE leaving men up now, but Phoenix keep finding that front row of three midfielders. Isco being one of them. 80 boy. Back to Burkhan. Back to Moray, who's been sensational this second half. But FOREGONE keep knocking. Are they going to get a response? Jimmy, in the box he goes. Beats his man. Squares it across. Frankel is there. Beat the wide midfielder. Couldn't beat the wide centre-back. Look to maybe, no, exactly there. Keep it away from Manzino. Manzino is not going to flap at these in this form. In the form of his life, this man. Ball comes in, whips it. Good header by Frankel. Absco, second bite of the cherry. Mads, do not flap at it now. Curse of the commentator, eh? He'll say it's absolutely fine. Clock ticking very slowly down. If you're a Phoenix fan, it's going very quickly. If you're a FOREGONE fan, they are staring their first defeat of the season in the eye right now. Nova turns on the burners but can't cut it back. Does win it back though and immediately gives it back. Very charitable. Absco is allowed to turn. They need to put McGee on him. Just say to McGee, go and follow him around the pitch. Seiru sends a man for a Twix. Burkhan into 80 boy. FOREGONE are making a really good case for deserving a draw here. The second half has been largely them attacking this kind of middle midfield and attacking third. They've not really created anything totally gilt edge. Not in this second half anyway. That's a testament to Phoenix. Like I said, very stubborn side. Very good at defending leads. And that is what they're up to right now. 10 minutes to go. A win here for Phoenix would be absolutely massive. Because I'll tell you now, nobody wants to play FOREGONE. Nobody does. M. West killing off some crucial seconds. 80 boy wins it back. Tries to squeeze it through. Benny holds it up. But 80 boy is there again. Flasher inside. They've got men over. Jimmy into Absco. There's another man. Wide right midfield. It's Isco. Cuts inside. McGee is there. What a shift from that man. A manager's dream at CDM. He's not put a foot wrong, has he? Sorry to keep reminding you, Phoenix, but there's 7 minutes to go. See Brennan. No rush to go forward. Other boys in black, he says as the gaffer goes long. Vesp down to Burkhan. Benny, excellent work from that man. And they've got a man at the back post. If Nova can find a pass. Oh, wow, that's incredible stuff. Seiru turned over his own crossbar. I thought that had gone in because if he didn't put it in, Liam was going to put it in the back post. Nova, superb. That's what you get with Nova. He scores goals, but he's such a technician on the ball. And back post it goes. Vito with the punch. Have FOREGONE got anything left in the locker? Benny slams that locker shut. And Joe Boy keeps his Phoenix side ticking over. They need to concentrate now. They are almost there. Almost there. That goal seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it? Nova, the hero. He's enjoying himself in Clubs League. I tell you what, there's not many players enjoying Clubs League as much as that man. 2 minutes to go. We've got a very, very quick turnaround for the Solstice game. And apologies to keep you guys waiting. Vesp into Moray. This man can definitely unlock defenses. Stabbed in by 80 Boy, not the best. Liam deals with the first, Nova with the second, C. Brennan with the third, and so on and so forth. And now Liam, oh, they played it safe. They played it safe. They don't need to. There you go, boys and girls. Confirmation. Phoenix won, FOREGONE 0. Their first loss of the season, and it comes courtesy of one of the very, very favourites, boys and girls. It is FENIX doing the business, as they so often do. They're good at business, aren't they? Right, commiserations to FOREGONE. Congratulations to FENIX, just doing what FENIX do best, eh? Let's try and get you the best looking stream, shall we, boys? Oh, God. Sometimes this just does not like to play ball, does it? Right. Excellent. And bam, bam, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We've got this and this, this and this. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. It's just as well. It's just as well. There's your teams I'd love to talk about. Solstice atop. Keno and Rye. They are the two danger men. The Pharaohs down in 6. I think down in 6. That's quite rude of me, isn't it? They're going to be looking to cause problems. Like I said, I think they've only conceded 5 goals. 6 goals maybe this season. So they'll be looking to shut up shop tonight as they take on the league leaders. It is the Pharaohs in the all black, and this Solstice side, league leaders Solstice in this IX kit, and it might be the best looking stream we've ever had. Thank you very much, Rye. Right then, off we go. Solstice doing the majority of attacking early doors. I say that as Keno gives it away. He's a former Pro Clubs Weekly legacy player when we ran our own team. So he's come through the youth system. Now playing for Div 1 league leader Solstice. And Cryptic gets the shot off. Good save from Pilot. Early shot from league leaders who look good value at the moment. Stings the palms. Tielemans runs out of pitch. Will get a throw in for his troubles though. The CDM up there attacking early doors. I can't get over how good this stream looks, by the way. Everything's live. Yep, everything's live tonight, as always. Match into Rafa's feet. They're not going to get anything out of that. Unable to play through that press. Pharaohs, truth be told, I mean, I think they're just trying to get a foothold in this game, and they can't. Dino into Rye, finds Juice. Defending well, but cannot play through this press. Back post is on. Keno down to Juice, and again, none of these boys want to pull the trigger. Said, down the line it goes. How pro clubs would it be if Pharaohs go and get a goal here? Amir into Said. Harry winks, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Mizzy. To Dino. And here is Keno. Dino and Keno. Here is Rye. Tries to slide it through. Golden Boy is there. And it's attack versus defense in the moment. And I tell you what, a lot of it's to do with this press. Keno goes low. Drags it wide. Is it a case of when, not if? That's a really good distribution from the goalkeeper, and off they go. They finally play through that press for the first time. Here is Amor, bearing down on the 18-yard box, gives it to Sven, hits the post, comes out to Adam, and Maltesers is there, clears. Wouldn't have counted anyway off the rebound. That, ladies and gentlemen, is pro clubs in a nutshell. The post is still shaking. Wow, Pharaohs. The first time they played through that press. Joe Bozza. Stop it, Joe Bozza. I'm going to have to come back to Joe Bozza because Dino's in behind. It's taken early. He had loads of time. Loads of time. I'm starting to see why Pharaohs have got such a good defensive record, though, because their goalkeeper is He looks very good, doesn't he? He looks very good. Frenzy, mate, honestly. Well, I'll come back to that later on because I've got a lot to say about it. Amor, who's already hit the post tonight, gets to the byline, cuts back, left, right. He can do it all apart from drop it. And Cryptic clears. Can they get the knock on? Yes, they can, but it goes the wrong way. And don't forget, boys and girls, this is Clubs League Division 1, so that's second tier. It's our first look at these boys. Frenzy, Eafc Frenzy, they're in this league. We'll get a good look at those guys soon as well. Next week, I reckon. Penciled them in. But for now, these two, first and sixth, flying the flag for Division 1. And 23 minutes in. We might be goalless. Certainly not through lack of trying. And Pharaohs are starting to find their groove now. Flash turns on a sixpence and leaves his man for dead. Amir, they've certainly got good attacking players who are not afraid to put their foot on the ball. Tielemans squeezes it through to the gaffer Rye. Cryptic to Prime Harry Winks. Crosses the halfway line, but can't dig anything out. And Solstice now, they're worrying me that they're going to have all this possession and nothing to show for it. I'm not worried. I'm not a Solstice fan. I mean, I'm a fan of everyone. Exclusively not a Solstice fan, nor am I a stakeholder. But they have been the main aggressors. That being said, Pharaohs have really grown into this game. At one point, I was slightly worried for them, but since then, I would say it's been pretty even. Harry Winks looks to change that. Tielemans into Juice. I'd like to see more from him. Cryptic edges, beats his man onto the left peg, stabs it into that 6-yard box. Specific strike clears. Sad. It's just this kind of back three into CDM area where they've only managed to play through that press once or twice, and they've looked good when they have, but yeah, that's the ball. That's the ball to Striker's feet, isn't it? And now all of a sudden they've got 4v4 looking to escape Nix and co, and he's Tommy Toe punted it into the stands. Anywhere will do type situation. And with 10 minutes to go till half time. And like I said, a game that we thought might be quite one-sided after that first 10 minutes has now all of a sudden just kind of landed on a 50-50. It's whoever wants to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Well played, Liam. Must be loving that, and that is the issue, isn't it? Trying to play through that initial press. Quino, I said to him in his Pro Clubs Weekly days, he needs to be more selfish, Quino. Loves an assist, does that man. Amir tries to slide it through. Nix once again. Good positioning, but Madge is there. Slides it through. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Said finds and more. There was a man lingering at the back post. It's a good block in the end, but Adham probably would have been shouting at him through the headset to put it on one more. Flash looks like a very tidy player. By the way, official Bluey. I mean, it worked out for him in the end, but fair enough. Tom Kite's in the chat. Tom Kite, we have to wait till 9:30 to see my best mate. Criminal. Rye, the gaffer, looks to get his team cooking. Deuce loses his man or men. Dino loses his men as well. And I tell you what, that's 2 or 3 times they've just dragged that shot wide. Thank you, Pit Stop. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, I mean, look, we saw it in the first game. Foregone put it on a bit of a plate for Phoenix. We don't want to see that with Pharaohs. Fortune favours the brave, and when they have played through that press, they've looked good. I can't remember a long ball that Pharaohs have played, and fair play to them. And they might get their just rewards here, as Said wins it high up to Flash. The Danger Man gets a shot off. Nix is there once again for maybe his third or fourth block of the game. A very good first half from him. A very good first half in general, to be fair. No, this, you would think, wouldn't you, Raymond? You would think this is Clubs League Div 1, so the second tier of Clubs League. And these guys are putting on a show for us, as per usual. Treating it like it's the elite division. We just need a goal. We just need a goal, don't we? Solstice 0, Pharaohs 0. Frenzy might very well have a vested interest in this one as well. And I'll tell you why. Because here's the league table. Cheeky look at half time. Frenzy 1 point behind Solstice. That is going to be a good and interesting title race, if I may say so myself. For now, though, Pharaohs look very good. They just need to play through that press maybe a little bit quicker. Maybe a little bit quicker. On the other hand, Solstice just need to score. That is literally, there's my advice, boys and girls. It's as easy as that. They just need to find a way, don't they? Deuce and co have had a lot of the ball in dangerous areas, unable to break their deadlock in the first 45 minutes. Expect them to come out swinging. Cryptic into the box. Winks into Cryptic once again. Oh, what a save, Pilot. Footwork plus. If you ever need a video or a demonstration, there it is. Clip that. Adam loses out to Winks, who's having a good game so far. Tielemans as well, keeping that Solstice midfield ticking over. Pharaohs are good defensively for sure, and to be fair, a lot of the Solstice attacks have come from them trying to play out from the back, which I totally get. You know, like I said, you take the rough with the smooth, but like we saw in the first game, FOREGONE, that was the only goal of the game. I'd hate to see that happen to Pharaohs tonight. Amor and Pharaohs, when they've had the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, they've looked good as well, but similar to Solstice, they've just been unable to get that decisive strike, to get that half a yard, although things might change here with Amor. Winks picks up the loose ball, good turn on the ball. Expect to see these boys in Elite next season, I think. Both teams. They clearly do not look out of place, do they? Flash, what a through ball that is. Sets the man on the way. It's Amor bearing down on goal. What a save, Bluey. We saw him sweeping out earlier on, and now we've seen him keep his composure. A fantastic save with the feet. Keepers are only allowed to use their feet. Oh, Zed heads it over. That is close. That is close. Manch, welcome in, buddy. Really, really good to see you in here. Joe Bozza. Stop it. Stop it, Joe Bozza. He's my mate. Right, halfway line. The gaffer looking to get his team ticking over. This game on a knife edge. In the first 10 minutes, I did not think that was going to be the case. Zayad tries to go down the line. Harry Winks, he's here, he's there. I'll let you finish the rest. Flash. His through ball to Amor a short while ago. Almost opened the deadlock. That's all this game is missing. All that's missing. Yep, I agree. I mean, I guess, friends, you wouldn't mind a draw here. Or the rest of the league wouldn't mind a draw here. Because there's a few in that chasing pack. Pharaohs included. I mean, it's goalkeeper to goalkeeper. I like that. Two of the best players on the park right now. Other than this man, of course. Prime Harry Winks takes it off Flash. Rye slides it through to Dino. And there is Cosmic on that left-hand side. A very good save. And once again from Pilot. Near post this time. Stings the palms behind for a corner. 27 minutes to go. The gaffer swings in, headed down. Pilot once again makes the save and collects second time of asking. But there is that classic Pharaohs. Give it straight back. I think they just like to practice their defensive duties, and they're going to need to be on defensive duties there, and there they are. And there they do. Give it away again. Rinse and repeat, isn't it? Tielemans under pressure gives it to Dino's. Look lively in the last 5-10 minutes. Pilot goes long. Maltesers back to Bluey, both goalkeepers having very good games, which is why it's 0-0 currently. You know how I feel about good goalkeepers. Finds Quino. Here we go. Dino helps it on his way to Cryptic. I thought it was a surefire goal, but Pilot slams the door in his face. Says absolutely no chance. This game is finishing 0-0, whether you like it or not. Quino to Dino. And Cosmic cannot find the back of the net. Which one, Raymond? Which one? They've both been sensational. Amor is offside. 19 minutes to go. Is this going to be our first 0-0 of Clubs League? How many games is that? 14, 15 games? Come on, boys. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Here is Madge. Good ball. Left channel. Amir can't keep it in. It's looking that way, isn't it? Yeah, Fitzy, absolutely, mate. Again, I am absolutely devastated. I don't use that word often, but yeah, It is what it is, and you guys are taking it well. A lot better than I would have done. A lot better than I am taking it. Winks tries to find the man in behind. Dino might get a corner out of that. Doesn't get a corner out of that. That's asking a lot, wasn't it? But yeah, Frenzy on next week for sure. Just need to find you guys an opponent. One of these two would be fine. Tielemans, although they need to score first. Tielemans again. Winks to Rye. Just needed a turn there, didn't he? Just needed a turn. I think more than the attackers not being on form, it's just the defenses and the CDMs. Although saying that, here is Sad into Amma. Back to Madge. Swings into the back post, dealt with by Cryptic. Well, box to box, that man needs to be as well. Madge once again into Sad. Amor to Zayad. Over the top it goes. Maltesers clears. A good old header as well. Madge wins it back, but only at the feet of the red and white shirts as they come on the counter-attack now. And you know it's dangerous when they try and get taken out. Here is Juice. Into the box he goes. Almost gets taken down. Stands his ground. Gives it to the gaffer. Finds the back of the net. There's the breakthrough we needed. And of course, it's the gaffer leading by example. The Tommy toe poke. He will not care one bit, will he? It is Solstice 1, Pharaohs 0. Pharaohs 83 minutes clean sheet has been swept away. They've now got 7 minutes to get themselves something out of this game. Can we say it was coming? I don't know. Quino loses his man, the right winger, puts the burners on, cuts back, goes outside to the goal scorer. Twee clears to Amor, Zayad, Adam, bit of space to work in. Not too many black shirts going forward here, which surprises me, and Ryan Hay has done really, really well there. Cryptic tries to go in behind, maybe it's time for a bit of game management from Solstice. A massive 3 points here if they can hold on. Pharaohs still sticking to their guns, fair play. Playing through the thirds, and now releasing this man, Sad, to the byline, cuts it back to Amir. Madge, is he going to dump it in? Gets into the box, quite clever really. Is forced to come back though, specific strike, their centre back dumps it in. They want him in the box really, and he's going to be offside, and boys and girls, that is definitely going to be it, isn't it? Only the 5th Pharaohs goal conceded, and that's all it's going to take, Flash, I tell you what. Almost give me a heart attack. Solstice 1, Pharaohs 0. They made us wait for it. I mean, I'll let the chat answer this. Was that Solstice to win? I think probably in the grand scheme of things, it was. It was on a knife edge for so long, wasn't it? And fair play to both sides. They gave us a very entertaining, almost 0-0. So can't say fairer than that. But we got our goal courtesy of the gaffer, leading by example, of course. Of course. How many times do we see that as well? The league leaders pick up all 3 points. They won't mind hearing that again, will they? Right then, it is time for game number 3 of 5 tonight. Don't forget, 5 games for you. You are welcome. Right, we've got some 1080p action as well. So 5 games and 1080p. It's a good night. Minus Frenzy, of course. It's a good night. Right then. This is going to be a game and a half. It's a Polish derby for you. There's going to be a few Polish derbies because a lot of the top Polish sides have come across, and I love that. I love that. They all seem to be just very good at pro clubs. Very good at pro clubs and very reliable as well. UK pro clubs. Switch on. Switch on. Right, players to look out for KLUBIK, who I said in the intro have got some work to do. Not the best of starts. I mean, we've got time to probably show you the league table. I say not the best of starts in their 5th. But they want higher. They want higher, truth be told. The problem for them is they're taking on a very, very good JDR side who did so well in Div 1, which we've now seen. Thank you very much, boys. That they immediately got pushed up. They said, you're too good for Div 1. We need you in that elite. And I love this about JDR, which is why they're one of my favorite sides this season. They said, yeah, no problem. Let's go and take on the big boys. Here is one of the big boys, NIGHT KLUBIK. So a massive, massive game tonight. And it's massive for a multitude of reasons. JDR just, you know, you saw from the league table, and if you didn't, I'll show you again. They started back on 0 games. That's the wrong league table, isn't it? They started on 0 games, so they've got to work their way up. And 2 wins, 2 losses last night means they've got some work to do, but they looked very good last night, didn't they, when we watched them? They looked very good, which is why they're back on tonight. Look good on stream, and we'll get you back on. Yeah, the absolute dismantling last night is going to put them in good stead for tonight, and they're going to need it. They're going to need to be at their free-flowing best to take on this NIGHT KLUBIK side, who we are just chasing, actually, just to make sure they are still knocking around. Am I in their lobby? I am in their lobby, so they're fine. Pazzy and Seba up front. No Sugar, unless Sugar is Seba, but what do I know? Taps man in goal. He's the new gaffer, by the way. He's taken over from Big Varmy. What happened to Domino? I mean, he's still around. He's still around. He did just have his first child, so he's probably doing all the stuff that goes along with that. I won't get graphic. I won't go into too much detail. We might very well see him in FC 27. We might very well see him before the year's end, and by year's end I mean FC 26. That's how Pro Clubs Weekly works in year ends. None of this April stuff. None of this December stuff. September to September. Right. Let me just make sure the right person is getting tagged, because they are ready. They're ready on my screen. I'll show you if you don't believe me. They're ready to go. This is the 2040 game. Tej, what do we owe the pleasure, Tej? Welcome in, mate. Yeah, this is the 2040 game, so we are slightly behind, but we're shoehorning 5 games into tonight, so we wouldn't have it any other way. But probably best that we're not 10 minutes late. We'll try and claw some time back. Right, JDR have confirmed that that's been sent, so let me get some team sheets up on my screen. That is, I know you guys are ready to go. Right, again, like I said, straight shootout. It's going to be a banger. JDR, they've got a lot of games to play in a very short space of time. I'm very much here for it. Very much here for it. Very good last night, taking on NIGHT KLUBIK, who, again, a lot of the GSK boys. Cosmetic, Chi-Chi, Pazzy, all been sensational. Schleb's had a good season as well. That man Taps, the new gaffer on a Wednesday night. He's the gaffer now. Look at me. Look at me. JDR said they've sent it. I can see they've sent it, and they're waiting on that final centre-back, aren't they? Welcome to Competitive Pro Clubs, aka Lobby Simulator. Although I think it's not as bad as it used to be. I feel like it used to be a lot worse. I feel like the more people play Competitive Pro Clubs, the quicker we get at getting through stuff. That being said, we are currently waiting. Game after this. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Set Pace, finally back on our screens after appearing on night 1, and then we never saw them again. They're back tonight. Samir and co doing the business. Hopefully, if you're a Set Pace fan, against newcomers MENDEKSY, who set the league alight last night. It was their first night, taking over from Noir. We've got them on a back-to-back because the main event of the evening, MENDEKSY taking on one of our favorites, of course, EXITO. That is your 5th and final game for tonight, but we've still got 2 more ahead of this. 2 more ahead. Do not go anywhere. Right, they are officially over the 10 minutes, which is very naughty. So they're going to get a slight wrist slap. I would say predictions, but I'm just hoping that this one is an absolute slobber knocker, because it's just two good sides. And like I said, NIGHT KLUBIK haven't had the best start to the season by their massively high standards. I think they've got a lot to prove, and I think they would be slightly worried about JDR as well. Now, NIGHT KLUBIK, they're very, very similar to the GSK side, and this is why we love GSK as a pure neutral. They are a side who will just say, you score 3, we'll score 4. You score 4, we'll score 5. NIGHT KLUBIK have taken that on slightly. Just unfortunately for them is they're usually on the receiving end of it. So I think with JDR are also a side who'll just say, yeah, fine. Happy to fight fire with fire, bring it on. And that's kind of what we're hoping will happen. Because we've had 2 games tonight. 2 1-0s. What's this all about? This is not the clubs league we know and love. No. Those first 3 match days, probably records were dropping. We had so many goals. So many tight games as well. I mean, to be fair, the first 2 games we've had tonight couldn't really be any closer, could they? 1-0, 1-0. But would not begrudge a couple of goals here. In each half. Yeah, Frenzy, mate. It doesn't sit right with me, mate. It doesn't sit right with me. You'll see the message I left in the chat, hopefully, but it's upsetting when we want clubs to grow and we run into people like that. So it is what it is. Like I said earlier on, you guys are taking it on the chin really well. Much better than I would have, and much better than I am as well. Right, something's got to give, hasn't it? Taps is in the chat. Taps has been fantastic, by the way. Goalkeepers, if you are in the chat tonight, if you are on stream, if you're watching this back, whatever, this is the man to watch. This is the man to watch. His baller build might have actually landed in my DMs, actually. After all that, we're waiting for Jotka. We'll allow it. Jotka again. Another baller build incoming from that man. Very, very good centre-back. Goalkeepers, centre-backs, get watching. The rest of you as well, if you don't play in either of those positions, you can definitely watch as well. But incoming a couple of masterclasses. There's a tongue twister. Right then, finally. Game number 3 of 5. JDR taking on NIGHT KLUBIK. It's a Polish derby for your viewing pleasure. And I'm hoping it's 2 sides who just want to go hell for leather. JDR need to get up the table. NIGHT KLUBIK, I think they've got a bit of a point to prove. If I may say so myself. Right, hopefully we don't stay on this camera angle all night, because that is atrocious. We are with, I think it's NIGHT KLUBIK. We cannot do this, can we? This is amateur hour. Absolutely amateur. In my 3 years, I've never seen anything like it. Luckily, I come prepared. You can tell I do this for a living, can't you? Right then, I don't think they've changed. I don't think they've changed kits, but they've definitely changed definitions. So apologies for that. Galadon into the box he goes, hits the post, comes back out, and we're gonna restart. We are gonna restart. For what reason, I do not know. It's Poland in Poland. Your guess is as good as mine. But again, like I said, welcome to competitive pro clubs, or just pro clubs in general. No. I feel like you're hiding something if you have Twitch in dark mode. That's just weird. Like, if you watch Twitch at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, yeah, fair enough. But as soon as I'm logged off, that's my bedtime. I'm gonna have to tag the manager. So I'm not sure who that is streaming. Told him they need to be docked points. Right, well, we're going to stick with this, aren't we? It's not the best looking, but it'll do. It'll do. I hope they get my humor. I know not a lot of people do, clearly. Yeah, Kosk finds it funny. That's good then. As long as I get a laugh out of one of them, that's fine. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for a long time, not a good time. Right, as you may very well see, we're getting back into it. Is it worth trying that absolute abomination again, or do we just stick with this one? We'll stick with this one. This is I mean, game number 4, set pace. I'm gonna have to message them. Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think that's one of the worst things, Frenzy, is the community vibes as well. Like, they've not just let a team down, they've let stream down, they've let you guys down, the league owners, and then obviously the boys in the community as well. But it gives us something to look forward to next week, eh? Right, game number 3. Eventually. Only 20 minutes late. Slightly ropey quality, but we move. Velo. I like that his ping is like 3 and 4, but his stream is 3 or 4p. Velo picks up the loose ball. Grenda in there. Wins it back and off. NIGHT KLUBIK go. They're in the all white, attacking this goal to our left. And it is league newcomers, JDR. Too good for Division 1, it was decided after week 1. They're now playing with the big boys. Seba on the turn, runs into Casper, who got a goal last night from centre-back. Grenda into Quinto. Seba. Oof. Opened up for him, and I like that in a Seba. I like that. Yes, it is. Yeah. Sorry if you thought otherwise. Stick around, though. Kosa clears, headed down. Finds Pazzi, who's had a good season so far, he says, as he gives the ball away. But Pandas make sure he keeps a hold of it for his JDR side. Impressive last night. Looking to do the same. And I do think it's a NIGHT KLUBIK side who are there for the taking. Like I said, not had the best opening 3 match days. By their high standards, of course. They are still 5th in the league. Luck. Back to M4. Velo. Playing at a base in midfield. Gives it away to Komatek. Seba, who's already had 1 chance at goal. Radio. Back it goes. Big switch. Maybe not as wide as they wanted to go. And now Luck is there. Pandas. Bit of space to operate in. Gonna run his man. Inside it goes to Luck. Velo. Good ball into ILP, who scored 2 last night. Could have had a hat-trick. His first involvement after 16 minutes, which I think will probably be the most upsetting thing for JDR. Seba picks up the loose ball. Casper with the block. They definitely need to get him on the ball more, but for now, all hands on deck defensively. Headed down to Galadon. Out come JDR. Inside it goes. Velo tries to slide that ball through, and to tell you what, I think it locked onto the wrong man, didn't it? You could tell what he was thinking. Cosmotek. Good 1-2 in the middle of the park. Finds Seba once again. That left foot, and it is. Love Tinder makes the save. Turns it behind for a corner. Not the first time tonight. Certainly won't be the second. Certainly won't be the last time he's called into action. Casper clears. Luck on the edge of the box. Gringo in my stream. Behave. Kubus finds his way in behind. It's IPL, and there's the taps man. The new gaffer held his nerve, didn't he? And held the ball as well, arguably more impressive. But the aptly named IPL, we need to learn his proper name, don't we? It's so lazy. Big chances falling at either end. We remain goalless. I feel like that is pretty much how this night has gone and will go for the rest of the night. 2 more games after this, by the way, so here for a long time, not a good time. 24 minutes in, goalless. No, this is clubs leagues. Get involved. Get yourself involved. Cleared. JDR having to do a lot of defending in this opening 25 minutes. Seba tries to play that Hollywood pass, but Simmons is there. Changes the angle of attack to M4. Panda to Luck. Runner down the line if he wants to use him. Chooses just to keep the ball. Probably not a bad decision from JDR, who have had to do a lot of backs against the wall jobs so far. Good turn from presumably the right midfielder, because no centre-backs moving like that, huh? I love that every player on this pitch can play a 60-yard raking pass to feet. Never change, FC. Cosmotech, very deep for him. Looking to find striker's feet. M4 steps out, gobbles his man up. Galadon, chance to counter. Here is Rado. Pazzi does well. Pazzi's not had too much involvement either. That is the centre forward, boys and girls, doing the job of a centre midfielder. Gives it to C4. Quintino only finds Velo, but falls back at the feet of NIGHT KLUBIK and those white shirts. They're going to play through the first press and the second press. Off Pandas goes. 3v3. Can he find the pass? No, he can't, because Cos is covering. Defense is on top, as per usual. As per usual. Luck goes all the way home to Love Tinder, who might have the name of the season. Symptoms to IPL. Pandas seeing a lot more of the ball, which will bring joy to JDR fans. Back post. It's a good looking ball, isn't it? But Kleb is there. Puts it behind his own goal line for a corner. 7 minutes to go. Tightly contested so far. Back post is free. Simpans heads over, so it will be a goal kick. Two sides who we thought might, I mean, they're not going hell for leather, but they certainly don't mind attacking. 5 white shirts up for NIGHT KLUBIK as things stand. But what we thought might be a slobber knocker has turned into just another finely poised knife edge game as C4 breaks into the box. Defense is on top once again as Velo now tries to make some magic happen. Galadon back at the feet of Velo. JDR have looked good in this midfield 3, haven't they? As they get it into this attacking third, is just where they break down. The likes of C4 and co have looked solid. And here's another defense splitting pass. This time it's Grenda looking for the man who originally won it back, C4. Halfway line. Looks like we're going to get all the way through to halftime at 0-0, he says. Yep, Galadon's going to make sure of that. Yeah, the referee he's like, no, we don't need any more of that. It really, and you know what? We said in that very long intro, as we wait for both these sides to get in, goalkeepers and centre-backs, watch this game. Watch the likes of Taps. Watch the likes of Jotka. But obviously you've got M4, Casper, Kossa, Kleb as well. And of course, Love Tinder. They're the 6, 7, 8 players on top. Which, for us neutrals, are the 6, 7, 8 players we don't want to be on top. But take nothing away from those boys. It is a defensive masterclass from both of these side. Taps, don't worry about it, mate. Do not worry about it. It's no problems whatsoever. If you want to tell your team to get some goals in this second half, then all will be forgiven. Right then, off we go. Second half, courtesy of JDR in the all black, NIGHT KLUBIK in the all white. We just need a goal, don't we? We just need a goal. Kenshin, Pro Club's royalty. God, if Gringo wasn't bad enough, we got Kenshin as well. All the old folk. Like old people over here tonight. Myself included, of course. We just need lawbores. Back it goes then with NIGHT KLUBIK. 5th place NIGHT KLUBIK, by the way, who I think if you offered them 5th place at the start of this season, they would have said no thank you, very politely, of course. But that's where we stand, and I think the likes of JDR, if they are going to finish in that top 3, which is where the money is in this league, then the likes of JDR will need to be dispatched. But so far, not so good for NIGHT KLUBIK. Although not through lack of trying. They have looked quite good in spells in this first 51 minutes. Seba being probably one of the more outstanding players as Simpans clears into touch. Good spell of pressure for NIGHT KLUBIK. Chicho flip-flaps. I was going to say flip-flaps past his man. He kind of flip-flapped in front of his man. Does get himself a throw-in for his troubles. Seba. Klubas manages to find its way to Pandas, who's looked threatening. One of the rare threatening players in that opening 45 minutes. Seba plays ahead. That player is Pazzy, the danger man. Shifts it onto that right foot. Onto the left now. Back post is the destination. M4 clears, and a very good clearance as well. And especially given that it's fallen to Panda. And it's fallen to Panda in a lot of space too. Here is Luck. Cannot get it past Kleb. Under pressure. Squeezes it through. C4 helps him out as well. And off NIGHT KLUBIK go. Big raking 60-yard pass. Can't get it in behind. Love Tinder. Yeah, I was going to say, Kenshin, it's been a while. I hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well. Don't be a stranger. Flicked on. Jotka picks up the loose ball, and as always, more than happy to take a touch. Sets his team off on an attack, but Simpan says, no, did you not get the memo? It's 0-0 day. It's 1-0 onlys. Much to our disgust, of course. Radu to Panda. Velo loses his man. Up the field. JDR going. They look good for it as well. Kubas slides it in behind. Tapsman definitely did not want that. Does well to complete the clearance. It's going to come straight back at them though. Finds IPL into Radu. Kleb does well. Steps out of centre back and holds on to it. Gives it to Pazzi, who sends a man down the shot for a can of Coke. To C4. Green to run into, and he says yes please. Is he going to dump it in? Of course he is. Simpan's underneath. Defenses on top. Sick of saying it. Pandas not on the same wavelength. Imagine my surprise as Kleb wins it back. A centre back. Out wide on that far side. To Chicho, who's had a quiet game. By his massively high standards, he's had a very good start to the season. His opening 3 match days. Over the top. Keeper's coming. Does lock him on as well. That's what we need to look out for. Simpan's big switch. M4. Pandas. Holds that play up. Forced to come back. It's going to be our third 1-0er, isn't it? I can already sense it. Radu loses out to Quintinho. Seba. Can't find a way past this JDR backline. They've looked solid. IPL, when IPL is playing a 6 out of 10, then you know defenses are on top. Yeah, Jenny, sometimes it sounds low to some people and sometimes it's absolutely fine. Nobody else has said anything, so with that in mind, plus I haven't touched anything from yesterday where it sounded fine. Cosmotech, outside of the right foot. Oh, I thought he got the run on him, but Simpans has not put a foot wrong all game, has he? Pandas into Radu. Back to Radu. Kubas into IPL. What a reverse pass! Finds Galadon, the cameraman, and it's a big save from the man in form. The gaffer, the new gaffer. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Taps once again, digging his side out. I can change it. I mean, if Kenshin's saying it, Jenny, then must be. It must be. That, or I can start shouting. The neighbours will love that. Pazzi, 10 minutes to go. Who's going to be a hero or a villain? Good turn. 20 yards out. C4. Into the box he goes. Tries to go around the outside of Luck. Does manage to keep it in and get some yardage. Kleb. Once again, the big switch is on. Chicho. That probably sums up the game in a nutshell, doesn't it, boys and girls? It's just not been the attacker's night tonight. In all 3 games, sadly. I knew that already, Kenshin. I already knew that about you, mate. Simpans gives it away to Quintinho. What a diagonal that is. M4 with the Thierry Henry-esque takedown from centre back. Things you love to see. Over the top it goes. Both sides now just going direct. The tiki-taka's done us well for 84 minutes, but let's just go. Stoke on a Wednesday night. It's not raining, it's roasting, but you get the picture. Kleb clears into Cosmetic. One last roll of the dice maybe for either one of these sides as Quintino takes it down under pressure. Good work from him, but let down by his teammates slightly as Kubas picks up the loose ball. He's got runners in behind, and then he went down very softly. Very softly. But you could see that the professional foul button was pressed. Right. I mean, I've seen stranger things happen. I've also seen stranger things on Netflix. 40 yards out. They're gonna go short, aren't they? Which is quite depressing. Although they got it 20 yards from goal here to the original goal. Free kick taker. It was almost so well worked. And Taps and Co can breathe a sigh of relief for now. Because here is Galadon again, looking to cause problems. We had that free kick taker's POV, didn't we? Ruined the illusion. The referees had enough as well. That is our first 0-0 of clubs leagues in what, 3.5 streams now? It happens occasionally. It happens occasionally. If you don't see JDR or NIGHT KLUBIK on Tuesday, you know why we've binned them off. Obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. GG's, I would say, one of the better 0-0s we've seen, because we've seen some right duffers in the past. As Antina says, it's goalkeepers and defenses on top. I cannot speak highly enough of those defensive performances there from all of the backlines. Yeah, unfortunately it happens every now and then, boys and girls. But we move because we're in good hands. We're in good hands and we've got more games. More games means more goals, right? It's not been a good night. It's not been a good night. I've just moved over to set pace. They're playing 4 at the back and 1 up top. It's our first look at Mendeksy. They are the side who came in for Noir, a side who we're expecting big things for, or from, should I say. And they're typing now, so it means they're ready to go. Fours, what a legend. 3-5-2 takes on. Let me just get this right for you. Yeah, it's just what they would argue it's a 4-3-3. Let me just show you their let me just show you their lobby. That does not look like a 4-3-3 to me, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They were superb when we saw them last week. Long may it continue. Long may it continue. Mendeksy then. I'm going to butcher that name all night long, by the way, and I apologise. Took over from Noir, who had a quite a spotted first 2 match nights. So they've just picked up where they left off. So unlike JDR, who started with a blank slate, Mendeksy have just come in and said, we'll just take Noir's place. They are 10th. It is 10th. Taking on, he says, looking for set pace. Why can't I find them? They're 6th. That is exactly where set pace need to be, if not higher. Like I said, very impressive last week. We couldn't wait to get them on this week. We finally got them. And now, boys and girls, for your viewing pleasure, game number 4 of 5. This is not the main event of the evening. That's this. The main event of the evening. It does feature Mendeksy again, but it's got EXITO. Any EXITO game is the main event of the evening. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right. Trying to find what might be the best stream for our viewing pleasure. I think it's this one because Mendeksy at home. Right then. Let's just have one last look at the sides as I bring the team sheet up for myself behind the scenes, of course. So it's our first look at MENDEKSY. And not our last, because they're on next as well. Here we go then, game number 4 of 5 tonight. It's a bumper edition, and it is Set Pace in the traditional white for those boys, taking on the Polishman. Couple of good players. I say a couple of good players. I'm sure they've got 11 good players. A couple of very good noticeable players, and they've found themselves in behind here. Coop, they were very lucky because that ball was blocked, but probably would have been intercepted anyway. Matt, DJ, welcome in, sir. There's some absolute legends in the chat today, isn't there? We are spoiled. Should have been streaming on Wednesdays more often. Apparently, this is where the party's at. Toka for MENDEKSY, one of the players to look out for. Was their highest rated player last night. But it is Fernandez and Coop, that man who found himself through on goal, accidentally, of course. Hawk clears. P, down it goes. The centre-back puts it over top. Coop through on goal once again, and that man doing his best Filippo Inzaghi impression. Born offside. Second offside in 6 minutes. That is, that's quite impressive, to be fair. He did well to square it, but it wouldn't have counted anyway, of course. Set Pace looking dangerous early on, though. And I tell you what, if they can get the scalp here, big things expected from MENDEKSY. Toyo. Space to operate in. Into the 18-yard box he goes. Squares it across. Pav is there. Has to take it past his own man, Toka. Into Hawk. Bit of space for Hetman. And Set Pace did really well to go from attack back into defense and look solid. And I think it has a lot to do with that 4-5-1 disguised as a 4-3-3. Far side throw in. Set Pace definitely looked like the more lively of the two early runnings. Fernandez bundles the man over. Coop tries to go in behind. Pav there once again. Well played by the central centre-back. Sols looking to get something ticking for MENDEKSY. They need it. Not to get themselves on the score sheet necessarily, but just give themselves a little bit of confidence here, because at the moment, Set Pace look really good, and they are the main aggressors. Sassin, definitely a man to look out for. Very, very good player. I think we might have done a baller build for him, actually. Down the line it goes. Fernandez helps it on its way to Toyo. Runs his man. Will get a throw in for his troubles. Unable to turn the burners on there. Sassin wins it back, and Set Pace keep that pressure up, although they do give it back to Sassin and MENDEKSY. Into striker's feet. Good ball. Sols able to turn. Gives it to Toka. Sado back to Sols. Hab steps out of centre-back. Wins it with that interceptor plus. Set Pace do give it away, though. Sloppy, to say the least. Hetman, nothing sloppy about that pass. Sloppy piece of running. Doing his best Coop impression, of course. 20 minutes in, goalless. Neither goalkeeper, more worryingly, has been called upon so far. But that ball in behind from Fernandez. Coop onside this time. Coop versus Fab. It's a good little battle, that is. Pav winning it, of course. For now. Sassin down the line to Sado. Toka, bit of space, 30 yards from goal. Might open up, does open up. Sols tries to squeeze it through. P just fires it over his own crossbar, because why the hell not? Corner kick it will be. Plenty of red shirts in the box, and they managed to find the goalkeeper, Samir, and the gaffer of Set Pace. He won't mind that one bit. Yeah, the admins in Clubs League, by the way, are superb. And everything behind the scenes has been absolutely faultless. I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Truth be told, as much as I love pro clubs, if it was a shower, I wouldn't be here. So it speaks volumes. But yeah, you are spot on, Frenzy, absolutely, and they deserve a shout out. Sado to Hawk. Door slammed in his face, so we'll leave it to Toka. Loses his man. Now does manage to go inside and round the outside. Around the outside again. Dangerous on this near side. Hetman loses out to Fernandez. Fernandez goes down. Nothing given. Sols tries to play it through. And I think worryingly for Set Pace, MENDEKSY have the ball a lot on that edge of the 18-yard box. They're currently trying to play that Hollywood pass, but if that does come off, it's going to be a good chance, isn't it? A very high XG chance, should they manage to squeeze it through. For now, though, they will be relying on this set piece as it goes into the back post. I tell you what, to beat the first man like that and dip down, nothing wrong with that free kick whatsoever. Could not get anything on the end of it, unlike Pav and his mallet head. Toka, that's the ball, isn't it? Here is the Hollywood ball to Sassin. One-on-one. Samir, take a bow. Take a bow. Digs his side out. 34 minutes in. Keeps it goalless, much to my despair. But, fantastic save. He's going to be called upon here. No, he isn't. Just did enough. Just did enough. Yeah, goalkeepers, Kenshin. Goalkeepers tonight. It's the night of the GK. Sado's turn. Yoshima this time. Back on defensive duty. Tries to slide it down the line. You guessed it. Pav is there. Easily man of the match at the moment. Sopek into Toka. This man's starting to tick now. Tick Toka. Habs loses out to Sado. Point blank range. Samir with his second save. Did well to parry that one. Yeah, completely and utterly unsung heroes of the goalkeepers. Especially with some of the lock-on issues recently as well. They do put it back into that 6-yard box. Slightly better than the first time, but same end product. Yoshima slides it through to Kub. It's 2v1. He's going to go alone. It's the right decision. Of course it's the right decision because it's found the back of the net. And it is, of course, set pace. A Samir-inspired set pace. Who draw blood first against the run of play slightly. Toka looks mad. Edges. Gives it to Souls. What a block. Is that Ted? The slide tackle came in from behind, but I think the block was from Ted. Now we've got a game on our hands, boys and girls. All of a sudden, sparked into life. All it takes is a goal. All it takes is a goal and some half-decent corners. Toka's been superb, but corners needed some work. Oh, right. Clubs. You little minx. Hawk down the line to Toka. They're huffing and puffing, aren't they? They're huffing and puffing, but set pace. The 3 wolves. 3 pigs. Playing like 3 wolves, to be fair. Souls into Sado. Arch back to Sado. Slight suspicion of offside. I assume it was offside. Couldn't hold it. Set pace. Look, that is clubs in a nutshell, boys and girls. I love that. I love that. Against the Kosh slightly. I don't think they'll mind me saying. Held their nerve. Defended ever so well. Had to call on Samir a few times, the goalkeeper. But he's their goalkeeper. He's their gaffer. He's their main man. And that is why they don't mind letting him have some of the action. They need him to have some of the action. They need to keep him happy, don't they? In the meantime, Mendeksy will be asking how. They will be asking how it is 1-0 and how they have not scored. They've got 45 minutes to change that. You don't always get what you deserve in pro clubs, especially on the competitive side. So they've got to take this game by the scruff of the neck if they want anything out of this game. Because right now, they're a goal down and will be going pointless into the next game, which is against EXITO. Would not recommend that. You need to keep spirits high against EXITO. And, of course, they could do that by getting a goal or two here. The boys in red. Mendeksy, new to this league, with it all to do. Looked very good in that first half. Did everything but score. And I tell you what, now, when they chuck the kitchen sink at it, there's going to be spaces at the back. But Janek, more than happy to come out and collect. Take nothing away from set pace, though. Goalkeeper, superb. Defense, superb. And again, the supporting cast doing the business. If they can hold on to this one, 6th place set pace. I wouldn't go in so far as saying it's a scalp, but C3, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the gaff. Yeah, one more game after this, mate. And it's the main event of the evening. Another corner comes in. P clears to Toyo. Khabib. Set pace on the counter-attack. Plenty of white shirts forward as P takes over. Gives it to Toyo. To the byline he goes. Into the box. Cuts onto that left foot. Pav. Pav is still man of the match. They might have conceded, but he's still man of the match. Yeah, Genny, a real dream team. I expect to see you up here in the commentary box next week, Genny. Toka. They're going to be looking to Toka, aren't they, to get this, just to get his side into this game. There's players you can rely on. There's players that teams look towards. That's Toka for this MENDEKSY side. Sassin sends a man for a Twix. Cuts inside, finds Striker's feet. Sado to Souls. It is the danger man. Toka goes one way, goes the other, and then goes back for some more. Not sure that's really where we are at the current game state. But it's such as the brilliance. Genny from the block. Blecky. Down the line it goes, cut out by Khabib. And there's 4 white shirts up. Fernandez finds one of the 4. Panda at the back post doubles the lead. Set pace 2. MENDEKSY 0. You would have got good odds on this, wouldn't you? They're busting out the dance moves. They've got 30 minutes to hold on. And tell you what, they deserve it. They deserve it. Make no bones about it. Set pace. This is why we tried so hard to get these boys on stream. They've done what no other team has done tonight and scored more than 1 goal. Souls, 18 yards. Back to the danger man. Toka, the reverse pass. Finds Sado, gets the shot off, but guess who's there, boys and girls? No points for a right answer, because the answer is obvious. It's Samir. Ball comes in. Ted clears. Probably the first one that Samir's not came out for. They go short this time. Good idea. Not so great execution. Hawk. Back to Sassin. Bit of space to operate in. Goes inside to Toka. Sado. Souls. Back to Sado. Good save from Samir. A bit more routine this time. From his very high standards, of course. Expensive a corner, though. Goalkeeper stays. Habib is there. He's even got the Habib afro as well. P clears to Toyo. Expect to see, again, this set-pace side throwing caution to the wind. Absolutely love it. Panda, who got the second goal, up there. So many white shirts forward. Are they going to get their just rewards? No, because Pav is in inspired form. Still up there for a shout for man of the match. Denies set pace a third, and a third kills this game off. If they get one, if they get a third here. It's not a smash and grab because I do think set pace, whilst they've not been peppering MENDEKSY, they've just played the perfect game, haven't they? The game plan here, you can tell set pace, and I saw in the chat today, set pace was saying, we are a side who have been here since clubs leagues existed. And you can tell that these boys are happy to die for each other. As dramatic as that is, they're getting the business done for now. For now, Soul's edge of the box is going to get picked up by Sado. Panda, this is what I mean. The attackers are coming back, winning that ball. You love to see it. You love to see it. MENDEKSY, though. Ample time to get something out of this game, of course. They do need to find some form of inspiration, because that is going to need to be done. Janik. Whew. Gives his manager a heart attack. Is given away to Toyo, who rushed that one, I think. Rush of blood to the head. Live to fight another day. Fortune needs to favour the brave if you are a MENDEKSY side, and clearly they're continuing to play through the thirds with Hetman. Khabib does well. Toka keeps it alive. Sassin loses 2, loses 3, into the box, onto the left foot, but you get tired of me saying it, don't you? So I won't say it. I mean, the distribution needs some work, of course, but you get the impression. 12 minutes to go for this set-pace side to hold on, or to get a third, because quite frankly, either one of those two things is quite likely the way this set-pace side are set up. Got a lot of time for the way these boys are set up. Ted once again. If we're going to shout out Pav, we need to shout out Ted as well. And here we go. This is what I mean. Leaving 2 players up when you need all hands on deck defensively. Just set pace things, and they're winning the ball so high up again. Toka. Hetman. Space on this near side. 2 Souls. Manages to squeeze it through to Sado. There is the man of the moment, Ted. manages to complete the clearance. Ted to Pav. I mean, get those two at centre-back in one side and you're laughing. Hetman slides it through to Hawk up from the back. Here we go, boys and girls. Halves the deficit. It's 2-1. MENDEKSY undoing all of that good set-pace work. Let's see if they hold their feet to the flame. If they carry on leaving those players up. Hawk, the goal scorer, did stray. Did stray. Fantastically taken goal from Hawk. Panda. No game management. No game management needed. Yeah, I'm sorting it. I'm sorting it, Kusa. Don't you worry. He's in my DMs as we speak. Hetman to Choka. Is there a late sting in the tail? Souls. Bit of space in the box. Gets the shot off. Oh, no. It's gone through. Set Pace's good work has officially been undone. I mean, it's not over yet, is it? Because here come the famous white shirts. Oh, it's Pav. Pav, whoa, you're such a monster. Surely MENDEKSY do not have another. And don't call me Shirley. Seydu. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. And it's not over yet. We've still got 1 more minute for the boys in red. Edges, find Seydu. There we go, boys and girls. Samir back to his flying best. I mean, it could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse. They've still got this corner to deal with. Ball comes in. It's a good one, but Ted is there, and Panda is going to complete proceedings. That's very unfortunate as well. The cheer is for the sheer brilliance of that game and of that finish. It's game of the night, 100%. It's going to feel like 2 points drop for set pace, isn't it? MENDEKSY were brilliant that first half. They let set pace. I don't want to say they let set pace. Set pace just said, appreciate how good you are, boys, but also we're a brave side. We're a brave side. And I really rate that from set pace. And that is why we could not wait to get them on the channel. I'm so glad we got them on. There's no commiserations. It's congratulations to set pace and MENDEKSY. Once again, flying the flag for pro clubs, competitive 11s. That is what we love to see. A great advertisement for the sport. Right, I mean, we can stay with MENDEKSY, or if EXITO are at home, I might move over to the gaffer Sam. Just because I imagine we would probably get better ping from him. Yes, Amir, I mean, I would love to see how many goals, how many saves that man made. Because we're talking double digits, aren't we? We're talking double digits. The good thing about having MENDEKSY and EXITO on last is that we had MENDEKSY on 4th, which means we know they're not getting into a game without us. Here is your 5th. This is a Brucey bonus for you tonight. Here is your 5th and final game of the night, of the week as well. And it's your main event of the evening. The return of MENDEKSY taking on channel favourites EXITO. The return of Corey Bellis, of course, is the news on everyone's lips. Joined at the back by the goal-scoring centre-back, Douse, and my best mate, Tom Kite. My other best mates obviously include Westy, Sam, Bread. Trickish Wolf plays in centre midfield tonight. Chris C, maybe expect those two to switch it around, although I'm in the lobby at the moment, and Trickish Wolf is currently in centre midfield. Good players can play everywhere, which is why I only have one position, and it's up here in commentary. And that attacking duo, Lewis FIFA, 13 goals in 3 match days. Yoran, 20 goals in 3 match days. And of course, Dizzy in net. There we go. There we go. Save the best till last. MENDEKSY, I mean, to be honest, the performance was there. The performance was there. They just could not get past Samir and Ted, and of course the supporting cast, but those two standing out for set pace, who we will be seeing again next week. Of course we will. Thank you very much for that game. For now then, league leaders, I mean, we can see the league table because it does update automatically, and there you go. Just the 1 loss for EXITO. Coming into tonight, no losses in 6, 4 wins, 2 draws. Those draws against FENIX, of course, which we saw, and Vuvuzela as well, who are hanging around like a bad smell. I mean that in the nicest possible way. There is the league table there. We saw wins for FENIX earlier on, didn't we? And the Solstice was a Division 1. I was like, where is Solstice? Solstice is Division 1. Never mind. Pay no mind. Mendeksy lost yesterday, I think, from Vuvuzela, and EXITO draw with Vuvuzela. Vuvuzela are insane. They're not playing tonight, which is why they're currently not moving in the league table. But we'll get them back on Tuesday, Wednesday. If you stay towards the top of the table, chances are you're in with a shout. And likewise, if you're like set pace and only play scintillating, attacking, entertaining football, you're very much in with a shout as well. Right then, final game of the week, which it's always bittersweet this time of the week, isn't it? Always bittersweet. Vuvuzela picked the pockets. Dizzy, that's not what I heard. I heard you guys got battered for 90 virtual minutes. Right then. We want goals, don't we? We want goals. Yoran has taken that personally. 20 goals for him already this season. He'll be looking to add to that. Here's the gaffer, Sam. Wide midfield into Luis FIFA. Good block at the near post. Fired up. For the ill-informed, is EXITO in their traditional purple colours. Looking to get myself a purple kit to go in behind. And of course, new boys, Mendeksy or Mendeksy. Told you I'm going to butcher that for the whole night. Welcome in, Lunik, you little legend. Nico, good turn on the ball. Inside to Toka. Seydou gets the shot off. Blocked. Toka is very dangerous. I mean, he's taken it around the man twice. Corey Bellis, though, you don't get past that man. Doing his best Viner impression. At the cost of a corner. Toka swings it in. He's got to keep it away from the goalkeepers, hasn't he? He has got to keep it away. Dizzy goes long, looking for some change out of this back line. He's not going to get it. Souls. Changed kit for Mendeksy in this second game in a row for those boys. Played in the all red in the last game. Trickish Wolf. First time we've seen him play centre midfield, I think. Bread. Cannot miss him. Ginger throw. And normally playing passes like that. In behind is Luis FIFA. First time. There's Yoran. Taxes. Death. Yoran goals. It's only taken him 12 minutes. There it is, boys and girls. The opener from EXITO. League leaders. 1-0. Goal number 21 for Yoran for the season. I mean, at the current rate, I think he might be on track for triple digits. And once again, would not put it past him. Right. I mean, the good thing for Mendeksy is we know they like a bit of adversity, right? Sin. Yeah, thank you very much for the messages, for and thanks for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Sesk loses out to the gaffer, Sam. Back home it goes. EXITO, very good at defending leads. Yoran, oh, that's famous last words now, isn't it? Offside, they stray. See, I could tell, Frenzy. This man Toka needs to be studied as well. That's a future baller build right there. Nico loses his man and does manage to get it through, but Tom Kite is there, the former Noir man, now turned EXITO. He's at centre-back again for the second night in a row. Sin, very narrow from this Mendeksy side. Patience is the aim of the game here for EXITO. More than happy to take touches in their own half, their own box even. Building nicely from the back. Here is Trickish under a lot of pressure, but shows his class. Gives it to Bread Sheeran, who did get the sub-assist, I guess, for that goal. Bread Sheeran to Luis FIFA, down to Yoran. I bet that is a sentence we'll say quite often this season. Luis FIFA back, helping his side out. Normally a fox in the box, but now they've got two foxes in the boxes. He's dropping deep. Toka, speaking of dropping deep, probably a bit deeper than where he wants to go. And what I like about this Mendeksy side is their forward players know how to beat a man. which in FC26 we've not seen very often. It does make this Mendeksy side a very good side to watch for the neutrals, for sure. For sure. Over the top, the chase is on. Who's going to win it? Pav, of course it's Pav. His first call to action. There is Toka. Losing his man, sets off a nice attack. Tries to slide it through, but runs into the absolute man mountain that is Douse. Near side is the gaffer Sam. Into the box he goes. He's got space to operate in. Instead, runs into foot traffic. Oh, Yannick! How has he clawed that one out? Wow. Wow. Yannick. That's on the highlight reel. Yoran from point blank range. Very, very clever from Yoran to cut out that pass. But an even cleverer save. It's not over yet. They do weather the storm, though. Do the Polish men, and here they come. The boys in white on the attack. Dizzy not really called into too much action so far. He did get nutmegged by his own player last night, don't forget. Archie to Sado. Well played by Trickish Wolf. Yeah, the goalkeepers and centre-backs tonight have been sensational. The only thing that will save us here is Yoran, Sado and co. Getting us a couple more goals. And this man. I think we said it yesterday. Well cut out by Pav, by the way. What a night he's having. I think we said it yesterday. Luis FIFA is... Since they brought Yoran into this team, he's kind of had to change the way he plays. And it's really good to see, because he's always been that fox in the box, that last line. He'll put the ball away after Brad Shearer's won the ball very high up. Here is the man on everybody's lips. Luis FIFA, goal number 14 for the season. Suicidal defending, isn't it, boys and girls? You cannot do this against top of the league. They will punish you. Yoran already had one saved. Luis FIFA, you're not going to save that. Fires it home past a very, very informed goalkeeper. They're going to need to be at their best now to get anything out of this game against top of the league as well. And I tell you what, not only are they winning, but they're playing very, very well, EXITO. They tend to do both of those things most games. Not that we're glory hunters or anything, but it is why we enjoy watching them. Lord Harrison, Lord by name, Lord by name. Yeah, it's Lord Harrison. Welcome in, mate. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope all the trials are going well as well. I see everything. I see everything. Chris C. He's not had much to do on that far side, has he? But here we go. Might set up a goal. Sets up a chance. Good save from Yannick. All about positioning from that man. Experience. Paying dividends. Because EA was not going to let him save that, were they? EXITO, good value for a 2-goal lead. Very good value for a 2-goal lead. Mendeksy, look, they were 2-0 down against set pace. That's all I'm going to say in literally the game before this. So the halftime team talk basically writes itself. Just do what you did before. The only difference here, I think, is EXITO have been absolutely potent in front of goal. When they've not been able to rely on Yannick, who's already made 2 or 3 world-class saves. You can't ask for more than that, to be fair. Just get the likes of Toka on the ball. Those 2 strikers as well, Sado. They can hold the ball up. They can cause damage. Just give that back line of EXITO something to think about, because they've done it in spells. It just needs to be a bit more in waves, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. This is not the right way to go about it, though. It's 3v3 at the back. SK does well. Brad Shearer picks up the loose ball like he does so often. Luis FIFA tries to slide it through, and it looks like EXITO are just going for a third here. They're just going for a third. Sin, good feet, but Douse is there. What a game he's had. Finds Yoran's feet as well. He's signed. Ladies and gentlemen, he is signed. Congratulations, mate. That's really good news. Clearly you impressed. Luis FIFA slides it through. Pav is there. Excellent work from that man. A great night he's having. Now, they've missed that midfield. That is maybe plan B for this Mendeksy side. Going maybe a bit more direct. Sols. It's all very narrow, though, I will say that. And it's playing into the hands of EXITO very well, because that back three, they're all just man mountains, leaders of men. And I think they'll take that narrow, running at them approach all day. They might do well for trying to stretch this one out. Corey, normally in CDM, debuting on stream tonight at centre-back. Tom Kite. Loses his man. Westy sends it out wide to his gaffer, Sam, who has got acreage to run into. Cuts it back to the ginger afro of Bread Sheeran. Archie wins it. Down the line it goes. 30 virtual minutes for Mendeksy. Seidu to Nico. Slides it through to Sols. Westy is there. Great work from the CDM. Rick, yeah. I believe they are. I believe they are. Lewis FIFA to his strike partner. Sending shockwaves through the club's league elite division, those two up front. Although so is this man, Seidu. Gets in behind for one of the few times tonight. Then comes all the way back. Nico will tell you it's absolutely fine, but runs into a triage of purple shirts. SK wins it back for Mendeksy. Sin. 2 Sols. They've not... Oh, they're going to play on. No, they're going to... They're not going to bring it back. The advantage was played. They didn't go anywhere. The referee says, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Off they go, then. That was... I mean, he'll pick up a booking. You don't really want your CDM getting booked, but also at the same time, it stopped an attack. Lewis FIFA slides it through to Sam. Pav. Pav's fantastic. That's a future baller build there. Tocker as well. Manages to set Sin on his way. Squares up Tom Kite. Into the box he goes. Westy once again covering for his teammates. They fire it off Seidu. And that is a great team defensive performance. That is what you get with this EXITO side. They've been playing together for years now, and it's all paying dividends. A bit like set pace in the last game. Bread Sheeran over the top. Pav, of course. Of course he's there. Trickish Wolf. To Corey. Westy. I would say fresh off a booking, but it wasn't him who got booked, was it? Was it Bread Sheeran? I feel like he already got booked. But it wasn't Westy. Yoran to Trickish Wolf. Slides it through to the gaffer, Sam. SK blocks. Will fall back at the feet of Trickish Wolf. Sam takes up the loose ball. Step overs. And now, chance to swing it in. Goalkeeper came for it, didn't he? Eager Beaver. Didn't go in, though. They don't need to put it in. This 2-goal lead. Very handsome. Bit like myself. Tocker into Nico. Ball tries to go in behind. He's dragged down with the man. A great win from Corey. Over the top it goes from Westy. Is so good to watch, isn't it? Lewis FIFA into the 18-yard box. A bag of tricks. Doesn't need any tricks because there's Bread Sheeran. Death taxes. Not a Bread Sheeran goal. It's not a name I associate with finding the back of the net, but once again proving he can do absolutely everything. Passing, tackling, commentary, and now goals. That puts this game to bed, doesn't it? Surely, surely. And arguably more impressive from EXITO is just how well they have soaked up pressure from a very good attacking Mendeksy side as well. So whilst the attacking play is fantastic, we constantly purr about Yoran and Lewis FIFA et al. This back line, Westy's just having a field day. Zabi Alonso-esque finds Yoran strayed. I mean, they're squaring your man up, and there's literally squaring up to the man there, but was offside. I feel for Pav. I do. One of the best players on the park and 3-0 down. That is pro clubs in a nutshell. I am Caicedo. Okay, I am Groot. Pav, we got to get his baller build, haven't we? We've got to get it. He's been quality tonight. I mean, they only got a point in the last 2 games, Mendeksy, but a lot of positives. There might be a positive here, blocked. Dizzy once again, not called into action. He might be on the sauce again tonight. He might have already started, you never know. They will go into week 2, top of the league, and they will not get a 4th through Chris C. He just strayed. But yep, they will go into week number 3 of Clubs League. Top of the table. Do you cover Late Night League? I mean, show me the bag, Lord Harrison, and we'll talk. The missus will kill me, but show me the bag. Chris C. Pav. I mean, Pav's played a... I'm going to say a 9 just because he's conceded 3 goals, which none of which were his fault. But again, with Mendeksy, they've looked good. It's just, while Mendeksy players are playing 9s, EXITO are playing 10s, other than Dizzy, who might as well have been up here with me, but don't give him any ideas. Superb stuff. Corey confirms 0 goals conceded from EXITO all night tonight. That is scary stuff. If you are in this league and you are in Elite, you need to just keep an eye on these boys because EXITO are the real deal. Does get updated as we go along. Might not be that quick though, I guess. So maybe played 17, won 14, drawn 2, lost 1. Another 3 goals for their troubles. Puts them on 70 goals and just the 8 conceded. Scary stuff. Scary stuff, isn't it, boys and girls? Right, that concludes week number 2. Lots of Elite action. And our first look at Div 1 as well. Frenzy. We will get you on next week for some more Div 1 action. Or whilst we are here, of course, we'll have a look at the Div 1 table. Like I said, gets updated as we go along. And it just looks like SOLSTICE are increasing their lead at the top. 18 games played, 0 losses. The rest of that chasing pack. It's gonna be good, isn't it? It's gonna be a good run-in. Frenzy, they're in it. They're in it. 10 points behind with 2 games in hand. Love that. Love that. Skills Hub. Miami Surgery team we want to look at as well. Vincola as well. I messaged Coco last night. They were unlucky not to be on. And of course, PHAROHS, who, by the way, a 7th place side. They looked really, really good. So this tier system in Clubs League goes deep. This is the 2nd tier of Clubs League. So if you want to get involved, you know where to find us. Make sure you visit Clubs Leagues. I think it's clubsleagues.com. If not, Google it. If not, just come and find Pro Clubs Weekly. We'll point you in the right direction. And yeah, like I said, big shout out to the admins this week, especially tonight. Tonight wasn't easy to deal with. Spinning lots of plates, trying to get 5 games involved. But we did it, boys and girls. And obviously, the biggest thanks of all is to you guys at home for watching. So thank you so much. The viewership for the first 2 weeks of Clubs Leagues, it has been absolutely crazy. We cannot thank you enough. So long may it continue. We absolutely love what we're doing over here. And yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying playing and watching. Right then, I'll check the chats. But for now, yeah, server issues definitely need to be fixed. Which archetype is CDM using? Number 7. I can't remember who number 7 was. Thank you very much, Kusa. GG's for tonight as well, buddy. I mean, entertaining at the very least, eh? No, Jenny. It's my pleasure. As always, it's always my pleasure. Do not need to apologize. Right then. Yeah, Fortino, thank you very much for tuning in too. Really good for you to join us. Let's go and find someone to raid. Yeah, like I said, boys and girls, get involved in everything that Clubs Leagues are doing. It's a brilliant organization to get involved in. I'm having an absolute balling time over here, and I know you guys will do too. For now then, let's leave you with... Let's go over to Chazza. Right, thank you very much, boys and girls, and I will see you next week. If you need me, you know where I am. YouTube, Discord, occasionally TikTok as well. Cheerio, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.